Oh, I always forget that. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Another lovely day, another lovely stream. Let's go. Let me move Marvelous here. Another lovely day, another lovely stream. And as usual, we're talking about building our businesses. We're talking about, you know, the process of building a business, what it takes, how it is. Um, and it's like a session where we just invite people to work with us. So whatever work you're doing, keep doing your work, but we invite you to join us as we do our work too. Let me adjust my TikTok a little bit. Got my little Christmas hat as a part of the Christmas spirit. My microphone is working. So we are live on YouTube and we are live on TikTok right now. And for those who don't know me, my name is Shayo. I'm the founder of Ken Blue. And we support the growth of service-based businesses in the areas of marketing and operations. So we help them to deliver their services better and improve their marketing through like automations and stuff like that. So again, we have like very simple principles about the idea of if somebody wants to improve their business, we encourage them to try and systemize as much as possible, try and work with the systems they've got and the things they have in place to improve how their businesses go and how the businesses develop. So I usually, share my screen. For those who are on YouTube, what is that? Audio transmission battery. Oh, telling me my microphone battery's low. Ooh, boom, 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 boom. Give me one second. How am I gonna do this? 1 second. How do you pause these things? Yeah, there we go. Let me grab something. Okay, so I've got 101 things to do. I got to review some finances for the business. 1 second. There we go. So if I can just charge it while I'm using it. So I've got 101 things to do. I've got where's my phone? Oh, my phone's here. So I can't even check my tasks there on my phone. Um, I've got to check a whole bunch of stuff for the business, finances. I need to review a proposal, and I'm trying to kind of set up some reports so we can start looking at data. The more data you have in your business, the more you can make better decisions on what to do and how to improve your business. So we're very, very keen on being able to have a look at data. I've also got a bunch of articles to write. And I've got some training that I'm delivering as a part of a program with a business partner that I now need to organize and make sure the training is making sense. So morning, Marvelous.
Good morning, Mr. Chai.
I hope you're good, man. We're live. Um, so let me grab Junior so Junior can send me the information I need. Um, so last week we did the first session. We put the first session together, and that was about, I think it was about building funnels. So that's what we're talking about. Building funnels, why it's important for businesses to build funnels, why it's important for them to have funnels. What I want to do is I want to go through their notes again, like I did last week, to create 2 more sessions and then record the sessions for our cohort. So we've already got about 8 to 10 people who have already started. They're already going through sessions. They're already going through some of the work that we do as they build their businesses. So I need to just be ahead of the curve with some of these things. Good morning, Junior. Junior, can you quickly send me um, the document that's got the outlines again so that I can do the rest of the sessions?
Okay, the
I'm
document for Ngozi.
partnership. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. We're
okay.
live, so don't say names, please. We're live. So
Okay.
the documents for the partnership so that we can. I think last week, obviously you can say team names because they're on the team. I think last week when I looked at it with with Uche, we went through the funnel one. So I don't know if Uche, she might have it. It's a slide guide. But I want to do what I did last week and go through the slide guide again for the next session to make sure that we're on the same page and what we're putting together is making sense. So if we can do that, if you can send that to me. I'm trying to write an article as well. So some of the work I'm doing today, I'm trying to write an article about not fighting with customers. It's such an important thing. I think a lot of the time as businesses, what people do.
I sent it to Slack, sir.
At moment. Thanks, I got it. A lot of the time, what people do is we don't like to take blame for what our customers have told us, the warnings they've given us, the things that they said they're not happy about. Often people like to say, and I always tell my team off whenever we do it on our side, oh, well, you know, we had an issue yesterday. And the issue we had yesterday was we have our own software. Our software is, our clients use our software to serve their clients. So that's how we help our clients to improve the delivery, by giving them software that does a good job of delivering, right? Now, as a part of that process, what's happened to one of our clients, he's got like a course, online course, people are paying for the course, they're not getting access to the course, they join in and all of a sudden there's issues. He's flagged it up to us a few times. He even gave us another one this morning. I'm going to have to look into it when we come off the live. It's with the team anyway, but I'm going to look into it myself because I'm trying to find like a more permanent solution. But he gave it to us straight and said, guys, you know, when he signs up, when people sign up, sorry, it's like they're not getting the information, they're not getting the... And honestly, when we look into it, we find out some people are not using the right browser. There's a lady that I was on the phone to for about half an hour, and all we found out was like her phone is just trash. That was the conclusion. And a lot of people don't check their emails. So imagine somebody's paid for something and says, hey, oh, I didn't get any information. And we're like, oh, can you check? Oh, yeah, it was in my updates. It was in my promotions email. It was in my spam. And it's like, well, you just check them all before you say you didn't get anything. So it's easy to just be like, well, it's the customer's fault. They're being lazy. They're not doing their due diligence. They should have checked. That's a very easy thing to say. But our jobs as business owners is to find ways to combat human stupidity. So human beings will always do dumb things. And the way you make your money in business a lot of the time is finding out how to make things easier for the dumbness that human beings do. We all do silly things. We all, you know, someone gave you a receipt, you put it in your bag, you forgot, you claimed, oh, I don't know where. You just have to check your bag. Like, just check your bag, mate. The receipt's in the bag. Do you know how many times I've been to a chicken and chip shop and they've given me food, or no, it's usually a fish and chip shop, usually, or chicken and chip shop. They give me the food and I'm like, can I get a spoon? Or can I get a fork? Can I get a serviette? Can I get ketchup? And they're like, it's in the bag, mate. All I had to do was look at the bag they gave me, and all the stuff that they offered me would have been in there. I can imagine how annoying that would be, having to do that to almost every customer, to tell them the thing we know you need is in the bag. Does that make sense? But businesses, how do I create a system where I can tell somebody it's in the bag as they get the bag? That's how you improve your service. That's how you improve what you're doing. You know, just using that silly example as an example, what some people might do is they might announce it's in the bag. They might write on the bag, it's in the bag. Some people actually, now that I think about it, they would actually say to you, oh, you know, chicken, chips, and da-da-da-da-da, serviette, ketchup, and spoon all in the bag. And they say to you as they give you the bag. So basically, there's no need for you to ask them for anything because they'll let you know it's all already in the bag. So, you know, I wanted to write something about that I don't know. We are live on TikTok, Marvel. Let's just let you know. We are live on TikTok. So one of the things I wanted to write about, I might not do it right now because Junior's provided me slide information, was the idea of working with your customers. And I say that because, again, it sounds like an obvious thing. We assume everybody in business cares about the customers, but we're all human. Sometimes these people that we're serving drive us crazy. They frustrate us, they annoy us, you know, one of the people that I annoy the most is the accountants. Our accountant, shout out to Abe. Abe is probably frustrated. He asks for stuff, 3 or 4 times just because we're busy. I forget to give it to him. Like, you know, but you make a lot of money being able to navigate and work this out. So that's one of the things I want to write about. You know, the amount of money, I might call the article, the amount of money in human stupidity. Um, because honestly, there's a lot of money in the laziness and frustration of humanity. So it's one of the things I'm probably going to get done today. I got to review some payments as well today. So there are software that we're considering, do we still need them? Do we still, you know, so on and so forth. And I'm going to review a report. So yesterday I put a report together for the year. We did it for the company. I'm going to also see if we can do it for all our clients who use our software. And I give them a report for the year, how much money they've made, how many new leads they've gotten this year, you know, their use of their phone lines and stuff like that. So just to give our clients an idea of how things are going with it, what they're doing. It's always good to give people a good picture of what is working for them and what isn't working for them, so they're aware. Oh, so boom, 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 boom. So Junior, this one you've given me is only the session structure for. Hold on. No, Junior, I'm confused. This isn't what I went through the other day, though, is it? This looks like you've given me the overview, right? Oh, Junior stepped away, so I'll wait for Junior to come back. Again, thank you to those of you who joined me on TikTok. We're just doing business. We're just talking about business. We're just looking at different things in business and looking at ways to kind of grow and improve our businesses as individuals. We're doing the work. We're inviting you guys to come and do some of your work. Just have us in the background. You know, some of the things that we're discussing and we're looking at could spark ideas for you in your business, and to kind of help you to grow what you're doing. Shout out to those who are thinking about starting businesses. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for those who, if you know you struggle with anxiety, I'll sincerely tell you to think twice about getting heavily into business, because that's a very, very important thing. As we're seeing here, I'm seeing responses to leads that we're kind of reaching out to online. We constantly do lead generation, constantly trying to get new business into our business. And our team is sending out emails, sending out texts. They make calls constantly every day to get new people interested. We're also trying to do it heavily a lot more to provide more value to the people that we work with. So some of our clients, I think next year, we really want to kind of help a lot of our clients get a lot more customers. So almost trying to build an army of lead gen specialists who are just out there, just reaching out to get more customers. You know, when you come back, let me know. Let me know. So I know we've got some sessions. So I think the first session we did was around funnels. So now looking at it, the second session is from ad to conversion, understanding the full customer journey and funnel flow. So this is a good session to look at. The training structure, as we're going to break down the breakdown of a landing page, ad landing page nurture, call, close, touch points and why they matter, and retargeting and follow through, right? Unfortunately, the game is rigged now in business. I wrote about this recently. I'm even going to record about it. It's one of my biggest frustrations at the moment, is that all these platforms, the TikToks, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, they have monopolized the attention of the world, and they've made it so that the only way to get new business is to pay them to get access, right? So they've now made it so that we have to pay them to get access, and that will be the only way we're able to get new business in our small businesses. So I was talking about it before. If you're running a business and you're trying to get new customers, and you decide what you're going to do is you're going to, I don't know, reach out to people via email, people on Instagram. Generally, Instagram are going to kind of block you as much as possible, delay it. They do a lot of interesting things to kind of make it difficult for you to get new customers via Instagram. Junior, I just realized, so they haven't done a slide guide for the second training, have they?
Oh, okay. Myself and Muna was talking about it, I think, on Tuesday.
Yeah, we need it. We need it. So we need to have this slide guide so that I can go through them on like the lives like this on Thursdays, so that I can.
Should I
Because-
check with Muna?
Please do. The client is asking because we need to record. I need to record 2 of these training videos to be ready. Well, I was hoping to be ready by Monday, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that now because she has to start sending them out to the people who have paid. Does that make sense? We don't want a situation where people have paid and they're not getting their training sessions. Again,
All right.
we're meant to get paid as well. I don't want it to be a situation where when it's time to get paid, the client is now like, oh, paid for what though? So we have to just make sure we're doing what we can to ensure we're getting paid by the client. So please
All right,
ask Muna.
Okay, so let me
Um,
check.
So the structure they've given me for the training is a breakdown of the ad journey, so the customer journey. Now, one of the things I've learned early on in building funnels and building sales for clients is that your journey has to make sense. So one of the mistakes that people make way too often, and we've made this mistake, like over 5-6 years working specifically with automations, one of the things I've seen heavily is when people build like their funnels, their process, they might say an ad from Meta, then after the ad, they do a landing page, and after they do the landing page, they do a one-to-one call, and then they send out a proposal. That might be their process. So ad, landing page, call, proposal. You know that journey, and I spoke about this last week, that journey has to make consistent sense. It has to be a journey that fits within the parameters of what's actually happening psychologically for the client. Sales is more psychology than it is process. Of course, there needs to be a process involved to make sure that sales actually turns into money. Because you can do a lot of sales that doesn't turn into money because there is no process. It's just, you're just winging it. But alongside the process, you have to know the psychology of the sales you're trying to do. You can't do sales without thinking about the psychology of sales. So again, when we're talking about the journey breakdown, you have to think about, so people that always, I have my team members, I think Junior asked me this last week. He was like, why don't we just run an ad to the 5,000 program that the client has got, just an ad to the program? Why don't you do an ad that just says, hi, join my program, it's $5,000. And I was explaining to him that different sales methods can work for different price points. The example I gave them was there are brands like Mercedes, there are brands like BMW, Ferrari, there are brands like that who are well known. People trust them. No one's like, I don't know if I want to buy this BMW. It might be a scam when it's BMW. They know if it's a BMW, they know it's BMW. It's not an issue. But the issue becomes most people, because of the amount of money they're going to spend, they want to be able to test drive. They want to be able to check what they're buying before they buy it. They almost want to taste a bit of it before they actually part with their money. And what people miss is if you're going to charge somebody £2,000, £5,000, £10,000 for anything, for the most part, people want to be able to test something. So because of that, you can't necessarily just throw an ad that says buy. So again, I have never met, and I said this to the team last week, I have never met a person who has bought a car online. I've never met somebody who just woke up and said, I need to buy a new car, and they went online and they actually paid as an exchange the money via a website. Like it was they clicked car, they clicked delivery address, they clicked checkout, they paid with their card, Now, I'm not saying nobody has never bought their car online, but it's not a popular way to do things because people usually like to know what they're buying before they spend the money. Junior, you got your hand up. What's the latest?
Yeah, Miss Uche said they are wrapping up. They're still working on it, it's not done.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
also use the time to confirm the last proposal that I sent to you. She said it's checked out. So that's what they are doing.
The last proposal checked out. What do you mean?
But I can't say the name, can I?
No, I know, I know the proposal. What do you mean they checked out?
As in, I asked Miss Uche to confirm that it checks out what they are doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Same with
last
Kilo.
proposal being the one you sent me, um, the property guys or the finance guys?
No property.
Okay, okay, okay. They shouldn't even be doing it yet.
We haven't sent it.
No, I told the client yesterday about the price and what they're getting. I'm just waiting for them to respond to me. I did ask them to maybe create a bit of a flyer or something for them so they can see what it would look like. But they said that piece was um she had exams, but that was yesterday. So they should it's fine, let them do what they're doing. When the lady responds to me, I just realized I can't check my phone. When the lady responds to me, let me check my laptop. Let me double check. Let me follow up with her quickly. If she wants it, let's get it sorted. Um, so if she responds to me quickly, we can get that on the road. We can get that sorted. Then the other gentleman, he messaged me to say, we should send it through.
Yeah, sent that.
One moment. So we just want to check something about ad. All right. Back to where I was. Okay, so hmm. So breakdown of the journey, but this is meant to be focused on ads. Now, my worry is this is a bit too similar. Look, mastering funnels, right? And then it says from to conversion. It feels a bit similar. Again, these are sounding a lot similar. Okay, discovery calls is fine. Closing is fine. Okay. Um, okay, okay. That second one is the only one I'm a bit because I thought the second one was going to be more focused on the ad, but it's actually talking about the whole process again. But I'm trying to work out how is that going to be different from the funnel one. But we'll see. I'll see what the guys put together and what they send over to me. So sorry. Oof. Marvelous. Were you able to edit that thing from yesterday? The video for the client's ad?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, thank you. We're trying to get that out today. We've got quite a few clients who want to do webinars and stuff in the beginning of the year. There was something I actually wanted to do. I wanted to look at our stacking. So, but Liz is not around today, so that's another thing I need to find some time to do. Look at our marketing stacking for 2026. Um, what do we want to use for our main um lead gen? So, Junior, you've been at it for a while now, so I think it'll be good f- for what you think. For you, in your opinion, what has been the most effective lead gen strategy we've used this year?
Paid organic.
Yeah, no, but what has been what method to you has got us the most leads this year?
Uh, First off, if we're going to put it paid and organic, paid has given us more leads. It's organic. But if we're going to look at organic now, I think referrals as
You know what's funny? Technically, no. Yeah, technically, you're looking at what we've been doing for the sales run, like email marketing, all of that kind of stuff as organic. That's not organic because people are being paid to do it. That wouldn't be, you couldn't put it organic. Does that make sense? It's only organic to you because we're not paying anything extra. We pay for the prospecting tool, and technically, we've employed people to come and send those messages out to do the lead gen. So technically, that actually would be paid. Organic would be maybe social media, like you said, referrals. But not even about the paid or organic. I'm just saying which activity do you think has brought the most leads this year by month by month?
I think the strategy session offer.
No, sorry. No, but I'm saying which method of getting people in. So you've done cold calling, you've done email marketing, you've done email texting, you've done Instagram DM, we've done ads, we've done, partnership. I'm saying which ones have brought in the most leads for you to even call and be booking? Because in any of this, you still have to call and book, right?
Yeah.
So we've done the strategy session for most of the year, but you have had to call wherever the leads came from, you've had to call and book, right? My question to you is, which methods to you have brought the most people in? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
It would be the Instagram ads.
Okay, so the paid ads.
Yeah, the paid ads as it did. Then if we are going to say followed closely would be referral from you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Refer.
Then
Okay,
if
okay.
after that, I don't know between cold calls and social media. Cold calls brought us quite in numbers, but no, it didn't get us anything solid. But I think cold email also did. Yeah, so in order of ranking, it would be paid ads, referrals, emails, calls, then social media.
Sorry, go ahead and say that again, please.
In order of ranking, it would be paid ads, referrals, email, cold calls, and social media.
Did you just say no? Did you just say emails? Nah, Junior, are you sure? I have not seen. I feel like emails has been the bottom this year. What businesses you don't say the name, say the businesses that came from email. There's only one, which is the property guys, the two ladies. That's been from direct cold email. Nobody else has been from cold email. And we've had a lot of people this year. Obviously, ads wins hand. There's not even that's not even a question. When you're even thinking about it, I'm like, why is he thinking about it?
Ads is like 90%.
Yeah. when the ads are running, you're making calls every other day.
Yeah.
Now this is the thing. To me, referrals is cheating. And the reason I say referrals is cheating is because some of the referrals are people who have worked with us before that they've come back. So I can't even necessarily call that a referral because it wasn't like they came. So that's more upsells. So I do think we've made a lot of money from upselling. So upselling with the people that we're already serving and then people that we've worked with previously who have come back to get more things. That's been good. If you mean referrals from other customers, we have had quite a few of those this year as well. So we've had the the one of the ladies in hair and beauty. She brought that guy in music. She brought that guy in hair. The guy in hair, he brought those two guys. So even the guy in oh my gosh, I just remember somebody I need to follow up on. From months ago. The guy who needed 5 people, and then he was on. Yeah, just remember. Ade, basically. Don't worry, I'm going to give him a call. Wow, I'm going to give him a call. But again, referral upon referral upon referral. So referral has to be fair in terms of referral from other customers. That has been a strong. That has been a strong component this year. So tell me, you think because Theodora's efforts in DMs has gotten us quite a few people to book appointments. Sometimes they don't show up and stuff, fair. But in terms of closing and nurturing, we can look at that later. I'm just more looking at leads. Last year, direct to DMs was our number one. But the price doesn't compare. The amount of money we invest in ads, a few of the months it was over £1,000 just for the ad spend. So the amount of money we spend in ads, to be fair, what am I trying to say? It's the most expensive out of all of them, which is why it's no surprise that's the most effective.
Yes.
But some of the people that we're still working with till today, I'm looking at someone's ad right now. That was literally through an ad. And I get what you mean by referrals. There's another ad we're about to run, the lady that does jewelry. Then there was that lady that we met, that lady that I met that wanted to work with us, but that had the office space that she was renting out. So there's a few great things that we've gotten from ads. Okay, that means next year I'll definitely see if we can, Liz is already chasing me about that, but see if we can definitely put more money into ads. Probably going to relaunch some ads again in January. So we should probably look at what kind of ads we want to launch in January so that we're ready for it. Marvelous.
Yes, sir.
That's something that I think you got to think about now. What funnel we can do for January and because I'm gonna have to record a video, isn't it? So something that we can launch in the new year. As we step into the new year, I want to be able to just hit the ground running with an ad for the new year to get new customers in. We already have leads booked in for January. We need to make sure we send them something over the Christmas period to make sure they show up in January. Otherwise, they'll just forget. And in the new year, they'll be like, who are you guys again? We don't want that. Email, funny enough, is one of the cheapest, but this year email hasn't done its thing for us as much. Direct to DM has been good, ad has been good, referrals have been good. Even cold calling has been better than email. And Junior, you just started doing it. So it's like you've improved in it over the last couple of weeks, but it's still giving us more people saying, okay, call me back, okay, let's have a chat, than email this year. So text has gotten us some good responses as well. Even the no's, oh no, don't text me again, are still good responses as well. So text has been not a bad avenue, but text has been expensive.
Yeah.
Text has been expensive. So I think one of the things we've got to do now, Liz is not around, but I'm gonna have a conversation with her later about stacking. So let me grab Theodora so she can help me make some notes. So myself and Liz are gonna have a meeting about this. I wish I did this meeting with Liz here so I could record it. But to be fair, there's things that we want to discuss privately, so I don't want to record the whole thing. The whole process is not for everybody to see. Boom, 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 boom. So for those who have just joined us, again, welcome. Welcome to the Work With Us at KenBlue. We just do this every Thursday. It's usually longer, but because of the cold and getting closer to Christmas, I'm only doing an hour today as well, and then gonna get back to some work. But welcome to those who have joined us. We've had a lot of people join us on TikTok off and on. So thank you to all of you on TikTok and those of you on YouTube watching it now or watching it afterwards. Again, a big welcome to you. I'm probably gonna start introducing you guys every time I do this so that people are not wondering who are these random people on the screen with them. So this is Marvelous. He's essentially video marketer for KenBlue. He deals with a lot of our social media, our videos, how we show up. So if I look bad, you gotta blame him. If I don't sound good, you gotta blame him. That's his job to take that blame. And then we have Junior, who's Junior's a jack of all trades, but Junior is basically the one that makes the money here. So he reaches out to the clients, potential clients. He helps us with making sure we're doing lead gen. He just, anytime somebody gets a number, he has a conversation with them to try and get them to follow up. I'm trying to move Theodora here. So the last thing I'm going to try and do is make a bit of a plan for stacked marketing for 2026. So for those who don't know what stacked marketing is, I have a concept that I call just general stacking in business, where if you want a change to happen in your business at a particular percentage level or particular rate, you have to make a change equivalent to that rate you're looking for. So if someone says, Shayo, I want to improve my revenue by 50% in 2026, or let's say you want a 100% increase, are you willing to make 100 different changes to your process to improve your process? And you might have to make more than 100 because it means 100 improvements, not 100 changes. You might make 50 changes that are useless. It has to be 100 improvements. So I call it stacking the 1%. As you're going in your business, you have to stack the 1% on top of each other. Stack, 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 stack. So again, me and Junior are discussing what's worked, what hasn't worked, what we said email hasn't worked as well. So the question is, how do we improve our email? A moment. I think Theodora might be having internet issues because she isn't being moved over here anymore.
Maybe she's not looking at her screen. Because myself,
No.
he told me that you're inviting me to come here.
Okay, Junior, can you please go
We'll
pull
see
that,
if I
please, if
can
you don't
help
mind?
her.
Yes, please. Tell her I'm frustrated. You know why. All right, so stacking. So with stacking and marketing, you have to have daily activities, you have to have weekly activities, you have to have monthly activities, you have to have quarterly activities, right? So, the question is, and I would say this, sales and marketing targets. Now, when I say marketing targets and sales and marketing targets, I know sales and marketing are close related. Some people see them interchangeably, yada, yada, yada. So for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to be very clear. You're looking at two main things. You're looking at sales generation activities, which in the context of marketing is generally that's lead generation. And then we're looking at marketing slash brand awareness, which I would call community building. Now, a big thing to highlight is community building can be done and should be done within your niche, but also including your current clients. Brand awareness, not brand awareness. So now you don't have to do something for all of these things every day. So for example, what are your daily sales or lead gen activities? What's your daily brand awareness? Right? Everything that you have to consider them all. What is your daily lead gen? What is your daily brand awareness? What is your weekly lead gen? So what is the thing you do every week to generate leads? Now, I don't mean, when I say every week, I mean you don't do it every day, you do it every week. It's once a week. Now, there doesn't have to be something for all of this. Sometimes if you have daily lead gen, that's enough. You don't have to have a weekly lead gen thing, that's differently. But your weekly lead gen could lead to your daily lead gen. Your weekly lead gen could be change your lead gen method every week. Theodora.
Yes, sir.
Theodora, what's happening?
I'm here, sir. Can you hear
How
me?
can I be live looking for you moving and what's going on?
No, I moved away from the main space and I think my network moved me away or something.
No, I moved you to the meeting space by mistake. Then I tried to move you here and
Oh,
it
it
was
was fine. Yeah.
no, they say,
I thought it was my
oh,
network that was disturbing me.
oh, how can Junior have to come and carry you? And then quarterly. So to be fair, the lead gen stuff you don't need every day. I mean, sorry, you don't need apart from daily. There's nothing, there's not necessarily, but again, no. So let me give an example, and this is what we can look at. So lead gen, daily lead gen, I think there should be for 2026 should be ads. I think we should have ads running throughout the whole of the year, right? That's what I think we should do for our business. As me and Junior have identified, ads was the most effective lead gen we've done this year. Of course, we now have to look at what can we do to improve our ads, but we also have to look at, do we want to use anything else? Like, can we find another way to use other methods to improve ads as well? So to boost our ads up. So I think you have to have one more, Junior. Second one was referrals, but I don't know. Referrals are unpredictable, so we can't even predict to get more referrals in the business. It's not really how business works. You can't say I'm gonna unless you set up a referral system, which we kind of did with what's this thing called again? With the lead harvest. Um, so again, we'd have to look at it. I'll speak to Junior. I'll speak to Precious as well. If now again, if we do another sales run, now I wouldn't do another sales run because when I add up all the costs, ads are more expensive, but ads got a lot more. I did the call. I had the conversation with Precious the other day, Junior, and I said, unfortunately, you did more by yourself than everybody else did sending out the emails. So what's the point? So I don't know. At the moment, ads, we have to work out what our second method is going to be. Brand awareness, again, that's going to be social media content. We should specify what that is. So Marvelous, you got to get your thinking cap on. Marvelous, I'm going to put his name in there. Asterix. So you have to think about what social media content can we put out daily that would be effective. Again, articles is a great one on LinkedIn. Again, videos, even if it's videos, what I want us to do for next year to improve is almost have a theme. I think that will help our videos. When I say a theme, I mean more of a style. And again, I might be wrong, Marvelous. You might look at the videos and be like, there is actually a style already. I'm like, okay, fine, if there's a style. Ngozi's asking me about. So that's for brand awareness. So that's what we can do every day. Junior, hand is up.
Yeah, don't we want to add calls? Instead to add one. Since calls for a beginning stage is giving us the result that we have. If we invest into it, I think we might be able to get.
What, cold calling?
Yeah, good call them.
Cold calling is crazy. I'm gonna do that as a strategy. All right, let's go. Cold calling. You just smile and shake your head. Are you gonna be making the calls? Huh.
No, I'm just agreeing with you that cold calls, just me, I know.
I can't lie. I respect people that are willing to do cold calls. Cold call is gangster. So ads and cold calling. Okay, that's gonna be that's a very powerful lead gen strategy. Ads and cold calling, very good. We have to make sure whatever offer we put together can match well for these two. So brand awareness daily, we'll do social media content. So Marvelous, you're talking about, motivation of the day, tip of the day. A particular piece of content can go out maybe once or twice a day that we can have as a pillar. If that makes sense. Then weekly. So again, with lead gen, is there something we can do every week that can draw in new leads? So somebody might do as a lead gen per week, they might use social media to do a special offer every week, for example. So it's still you're still using social media content, but specifically you're doing a special offer that will now bring people in every week. At the same time, you don't have to do weekly lead gen. I probably wouldn't do weekly lead gen on top of the daily. I probably do a monthly one next. So for brand awareness, we should definitely do weekly brand awareness. Or, you know what I would do for weekly lead gen? So what I would do for weekly lead gen is technically not lead gen. Oh, I just saw an interesting message from
AK. Right. Junior, are you the one?
No names. Theodora.
Yeah,
I'm
Theodora.
sorry about that.
I'm assuming that's Mona. I tried to call her, the lady, yesterday. I'll give her a call after this. We only got a couple minutes anyway. So weekly lead gen, I talked to Liz and we think about what we can do every week to improve our leads, apart from cold calling every day and running ads every week. The thing I was thinking about was, but that might be too much to do that every week. To basically offer. No, actually, no. Weekly. No, maybe we'll do that monthly. So no, I wouldn't do any weekly lead gen. I'm thinking about checkup calls with people who are warm leads, who are, people who said they were going to go forward and didn't go forward. I think we should look at that every month, not every week. Or maybe we do it every week, but we don't call the same people every week. No, I'm wrong. Yes, let's do it every week. So that would be dry lead calls. So every week, Junior would make calls to people who they were interested before, we've lost their interest, they've vanished, whatever. It doesn't have to be the same people, but it would be anybody in that category. Then brand awareness weekly, this is where YouTube comes in. YouTube content. We're gonna have to decide if it's gonna be the vlog or the long form. Vlog/long form. Yeah. So then monthly, and then I'm gonna confirm this with Liz if we're making any changes to this because we've already touched base on it. Lead gen monthly. Now I wanted to do a webinar, but maybe monthly is too soon. Hold on. No, maybe a webinar is not a bad idea. And we can run an ad to it. So the ad, Junior can still call out the people who come to the ad and invite them to a strategy session. But worst case scenario, they can come to the webinar. So we can do a monthly webinar, a live webinar. Yeah. Brand awareness. So what do we do for our, what community building do we do monthly? Guys, what community building can we do monthly? What is happening here?
So when you say community, are you talking about like Blue Circle? Are we having people in the community?
Yeah. So again, that Blue Circle is part of our community offer. That's true. So even with we even need to look at Blue Circle and look at, because I know Blue Circle releases stuff every week to the community. So brand awareness and Blue Circle content. That is part of our community. I think I might get us to launch it on Go Collab now. Now that Go Collab has kind of improved a bit more. I need to talk to Liz though, because I want to know if we should launch our own community next year. We've had one before, it did okay, it did quite well, people were in it. And I think having our own community, sharing our content, sharing our ideas, we might get people who we're able to kind of work with. And it's like in that community, 1 day a week, we'd invite them into space to work with us for the full day, for example. I'll talk to Liz about that. So please, Theodora, make that note of us having a community. So guys, we're going to continue this offline. Our hours today is done, but this is kind of how you start to look at your stack marketing. You can't just be marketing anyhow, just, doing what you want. You got to have a bit of structure to it. What are my daily activities? What are my weekly activities? What are my monthly activities? Quarterly. I was going to do, I wanted to do a 3-day workshop quarterly next year. I need to talk to Liz about this as well, so we can organize it. So Theodora, please make a note. Quarterly, every quarter, you sit down. We sit down for 2 days, not 3 days, maybe a weekend, and we do how last quarter's gone, how next quarter needs to go. So everyone can look at. You might need a couple of days for that, to be fair. So I might do 3 days in a week. Entrepreneurs come together. How the last quarter has gone, how the next quarter should go, and then some strategies and ideas on how to improve things. Yeah. Thank you to all those who have showed up and joined. And thank you to Marvelous as usual. Theodora came at the end. No, thank you to you, Theodora. And then Junior, thank you to Theodora. You came too late to get a thank you. No. But even though, thank you for your 5 minutes. Thank you for showing up for me 5 minutes at the end. I'm not even going to tell them what your job is, because then they'll be like, that's her job, but she showed up to you. Let me not embarrass you on the stream. Anyway, we're going to continue this ourselves. I'm going to try and call Liz and see if Liz can just meet with me so we can go through some of this stuff anyway. But guys, stuff we have to talk about, stuff we have to think about, putting things together. 2026 is coming. Don't wait for it to come and just take you and just decide what it's going to give you. We're still doing our sales for December. We're still sorting out clients in December. We haven't stopped, but we're also having to look at 2026 because we know, in January, people are going to hit the ground running. They're going to want to fly. They're going to want to move forward. And we need to set pace and make sure that we are on top of things and ahead of things. So, thank you, everybody.